The following program is hosted by immature, irreverent, obnoxious, and often disgusting young men. Listener discretion is advised.
This time on Nude Clan, life is short. Play more.
Shall we play a game?
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Nude Clan, the video game podcast dedicated to bringing you all the history behind the making of the consoles in which we play. I am your host, Caleb Schweiss.
Caleb Craig.
Cameron.
And Zach.
And today, guys, if it's not already obvious as fuck, we're going to be talking about the original Xbox. Used to be called the Xbox One, but that obviously can't be used, so Xbox, period. It's really weird. I don't know if I like that they made the new one the Xbox One.
It doesn't really make sense, yeah.
Yeah, it's really stupid. But, whatever. We're not here talking about that one. We're talking about Xbox.
Yeah, we don't want their
Number
handicapped
one.
fanboys coming at us complaining about the Xbox.
Yeah. See, yeah, like, what the fuck is wrong with them for doing that? It's like, it's almost as dumb as the Wii U. Like, that's dumb. But this one's just
It's because Soldier Boy
inconvenient.
Tellum named that system.
Yeah.
What do we call it? He's a Wii U!
And then no one bought it.
Exactly.
But before we get into any of that good, godforsaken Xbox One, what has everyone been playing these last couple of weeks? Greg, what's been going on?
Let's see. Last time I said I beat Maneater, right?
No, you beat that this last weekend and we hadn't played yet.
Maneater.
Did I? Okay.
Yeah, it was last weekend. It was a holiday weekend when you played it and beat it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I've been playing Maneater, some Animal Crossing, and some Call of Duty, some Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Been finishing up some of the DLC stuff. Let's see what else have I been playing. Oh, I played some Smash Bros. I think that's everything.
That was fun listening to you guys play because I couldn't see what was happening, but I just hear you guys screaming. It was pretty funny.
I think that's just part and parcel with Smash Bros.
It was just funny. It was great.
God damn, dude. I was so close to kicking A4's ass that last round with the fucking Mega Man, and it just didn't happen.
That's too bad.
I know. I wish I was better with Mega Man. I wish Mega Man were better to play.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you love the character, but he kind of sucks.
He has two moves that are literally the same move, and it pisses me off.
Yeah, that's annoying. All right, well, what about you, Cameron? What have you been up to?
Haven't really played very many games these past couple weeks. I played a little bit of Overwatch on the Switch. Do not recommend. Do not.
Oh, yeah?
It is bad. Like, latency is crazy.
Our mutual friend was hoping you'd enjoy it, so you would buy it on Switch.
No.
Wait, did you play someone else's copy of it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Super Smash the other day with Craig and A4, which is fine on the Switch.
Yeah.
But not Overwatch. Did a little more Final Fantasy VII, played like another 25 minutes of that.
Oh, original?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he doesn't have the remake.
How are you liking that?
It's okay. That's how I feel about it right now.
Where are you even at in it? You still in Midgar?
Yeah. Still in Midgar.
Yeah, same in the remake. Midgar. It's Midgar. All right, is that it for you, Cameron?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, what about you, Zach? What have you been doing?
So I played some Final Fantasy VII Remake,
Okay, very nice.
some Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I've been getting into that a lot. That one's actually been really fun. Mega Man X for the Switch. The bundle was on sale
Mega
for like
Man Zero.
Oh, Zero. Sorry, it was like $22 on sale for like the whole like 5 games or whatever. Yeah,
Nice.
and then Shantae and the Seven Sirens. It's another platformer. It's pretty sweet.
Nice.
That's about it. Oh, and I actually did start the original Final Fantasy as well, but I just did the first like chapter.
The original FF7 or Final Fantasy?
So sorry, FF7. Sorry, yeah, FF7.
The first chapter.
Or like the first mission, I guess. I don't know how they're going to class. Because Remake calls them chapters as it goes through. So
I was
don't really
not
know.
paying attention
That's a
during
Final
the
Fantasy 15
materia
thing.
tutorial
Oh.
at all.
Well, 13.
I just beat the robot in the Shinra building in the beginning, like the scorpion thing.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So I'm still in like the way beginning, but I just
the
did
first
that.
bombing.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
All right, there you go. Yeah, 7 Remake was your first Final Fantasy, huh?
Yep.
Man, that's interesting. All right, so I have played a shit ton of Final Fantasy VII Remake. I've got like almost 60 hours in it now. I'm partway through my second playthrough on hard mode. I'm trying to pick up all the tomes to increase my AP to make my weapons a little more customizable. I'm getting ready to finish up the game and hopefully knock out the platinum. And we can get a review up on UFF. I'm excited to finally finish all that up. Pretty big chunk of that game. And then other than that, I played a few hours of Plants vs. Zombies, just kind of, in passing.
In passing.
Yeah. When I only have a couple hours, I'll do that. When I have more, I'll play Final Fantasy VII Remake. So that's kind of how it's been lately. Still trying to finish up the last trophy in Plants vs. Zombies. Survive 40 waves of zombie onslaught, and it's really hard. It's kind of a hard fucking game, if I'm going to be honest here. But it's a really fun game to me, so that's where I'm at. So now we know what everyone has been playing. The important thing to know, has anyone actually beaten the game last time?
I beat Maneater.
Maneater.
It's a pretty sweet game. I think Joe should play it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he'd like it. You're basically playing as Jaws, and it's awesome.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. What about you, Cam?
No.
Zach?
I beat Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Sorry, the fucking power seemed like
No,
it
I
was
just
gonna
saw that. Yeah, I
blast.
was like, what?
7R. I also beat Final Fantasy VII Remake myself, so exciting shit for us, Zach and I. Everyone else, not so exciting. So, the hog for the hosts is as follows. Caleb Craig, King Hog at 10 games. Me and Zach tied for second place with 9 games beaten on the year. And Cameron in last place, hanging out at 8 games beaten. So that is where everyone sits. Very exciting stuff. Pretty close year so far, and excited to see who can pull away. Maybe Zach dethrones Caleb Craig for the first time in Nude Clan history. Who can say?
Yeah, new host.
Yeah,
He's the
new
one who
host.
takes
That's what it
the,
is.
takes the crown.
It's Star Wars: A New Host.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Your crown is at risk, Greg. Are you going to let this? Are you going to let this stand?
Obviously, I'm gonna be king still.
I'm kind of mad because I was playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and I was like hunting, and I shot a boar, and I got him like dead eye, and I just killed him. And I was gonna take a picture and send it to Craig and say, "I'm coming for your crown."
Yeah.
But then like the arrow dissipated, and I was like, "Shit,
Got to do it again.
gonna have to."
All right. So, we got any questions, guys?
I
Yes.
can find some.
Getting
Yes, we
rusty
do.
with our
There's
duties.
a question
Greg.
in Nude Clan queue as well, but we should also look on the Twitter.
The Twitter? Yeah, that's what I'm going to. You guys can handle the Discord. I'll handle the Twitter.
What's one on the Discord? Isn't it? Wasn't it for you?
For all of us.
Oh, what is it?
Pull it up.
Pull it up and fucking find out.
I got Twitch on my phone so I can see the chat.
Oh, okay.
And I guess fucking prepared.
Let's see. Let's pull the Discord open. Nude Clan Q. How did they regular Nude Clan chat? Let's see.
Lovely radio. Enjoy.
Which one?
It is a lovely radio. We do have one question that I don't think we've answered on the Twitter.
All right.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right. It's from Marco. It says, "All right, guys. If you had a bet to see who could not play any video games for the longest, who would lose first and why? Also, who's most likely to win? Winner gets a free PS5 day one, so the stakes are higher than Willie Nelson in a wheat field."
Cameron would win.
Yeah, Cam would probably
Cameron would win.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. I think I could probably resist pretty long too.
You know what? I would just paint all my Warhammer minis,
Yeah.
so I would just turn it on.
I just live life.
Yeah, just go to sleep.
Let's make some Gundams.
Yeah, we could all probably do it. But you know what? Let's just do it. Let's just see how long we can go. With that.
Yeah.
Just
it's a review
shut down the
that
podcast,
just doesn't
yeah.
play games.
Yeah, we'll just get on here and bullshit for an hour and a half.
We just start reviewing Gundams.
So, Marco, are you buying us a PS5 then? Did you just ante up for us?
yeah.
Are the stakes real? We
Well, I
gotta
mean,
know.
it sounds like he's gonna buy a Cam a fucking PS5.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys could hold off until the release of the PS5, which makes this contest moot.
I don't know.
Because he said he'd get it to us the day of release. So.
See, the problem with doing that is that Ghost of Tsushima comes out in July 17th.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't not
You
play
could
that.
not.
I need to play that game.
I also want to beat Assassin's Creed Odyssey because I'm in my stride
stay
right
with
now
him.
because I know what I'm doing, and I'll forget if I don't.
Get him, Jack.
Yeah.
Rip the shit out of him.
He keeps trying to go after my tattoo.
It's fresh
Yeah,
meat.
just get him in there then. Just have him lay down in his little kennel. Jack, go lay down. There you go. He did it to himself. He had freedom, and he
He
ruined
chose
it.
captivity.
Yeah, he chose captivity. All right, yeah, that would be an interesting challenge, but like you guys said, it would shut the show down completely. But hey, now that we're all back in the same room, let's just ruin it.
Let's fuck it up.
Fuck it up, Kenneth. Fuck it up.
Yeah. Shit. What else do we have? Let's see. Delete any messages.
You don't have any on there?
You can ask the question in the Nude Clan queue.
I think are we deleting? Have we ever done mini reviews? Yeah, we did that one.
Which one are you thinking of?
Okay, here's one. Perdomo. He says, I have a question I have been meaning to ask for a while. After listening to the banter regarding the Soulsborne games, I decided to give Dark Souls 3 a go. I at one point considered myself a decent gamer. However, after having my game time severely limited by children and work, I find that I am not so great at Dark Souls. I enjoy the fluidity of the controls and type of game that it is. I'm just crap at it. Is there any hope of getting better or advice to try to get better? I tried learning to parry better, but the longsword guy after the introduction boss fight has annihilated me more times than I care to admit to. I am completely fine with the game being not for me, and have pretty much placed this game in that file. So, how does he get good at Dark Souls 3? Is what it is.
Well,
You get good.
you could use what little time you have to grind out souls for a while and just level up a bunch of times to make certain fights easier. But
Yeah.
there's certain fights that you just have to get good at.
Yeah, I've been told that magic is pretty abusive, that you can fuck with it, and that's like makes the game easier. I went with just the regular longsword you get playing as the knight, and just upgraded the shit out of that because it was like
Which
it was
Souls
like
game?
the third best weapon in the game when you have it maxed out.
Which Souls game are we talking about?
Dark Souls 3.
Okay.
I
I think I did like a pyro build.
and as for, I just had enough stamina to be able to dodge everything.
I had a heavy
So-
axe, and then my other weapon was I had a rare drop where I got
the
like
long
a
sword of
cryo sword.
Astoria was a lot of fun for me.
Definitely what Cameron said, grinding out, especially if you get certain enemies and kind of go back to kind of the mini bosses that keep showing up. You have a chance for rare drops as well. That'll
Yeah.
give you good weapons.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a point that you definitely have to know what build you're speccing for at start. doing that. But then, even like the end fight, even if you're hella leveled up by the time you go to that fight, it's still a fucking difficult fight.
Yeah, you have to learn how to parry, or you're not beating that game.
Yeah. That game almost broke me.
Well, I guess
Makes perfect.
I guess I didn't really parry very well. I just knew how to block. Yeah, Dark Souls 3 was fucking hard. I agree. I ground out a lot of levels in the very end. That library area, I had a pretty good run to get a
the fucking candle
shitload of
dudes.
souls. Yeah. Very easy run, pretty fast. And the nice thing about 3 or about Dark Souls is that it is an RPG, so you can grind your way up to a pretty good point. But that last fight is still fucking hard.
When you get to that point, the Dragon Peak, I don't remember what the full name is on it, but that's where I grind out the most. 'Cause those
Yeah.
guys give you a shit ton of souls.
I found those guys to be harder.
Yeah, the candle guys give you a decent amount, and they don't really fight back.
But if you get the rotation down and like the kill down, I'd say
And
it's
again,
pretty
a lot of the
easy.
games too, it's about it's finding the way they're attacking and using their rhythm and stuff against them. You have to find the pattern, and that's how the bosses are.
Yeah, I feel like every Dark Souls game you play, the better you kind of get at all of them, I would say. So like 3 was my first one, Craig's first one. And so it took a lot of time for me to get through it. But like moving on beyond that, like I feel like it got easier and easier. Like Bloodborne, I dominated after playing Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 1 fucked me up, and Sekiro kind of fucked me up. But I got pretty good at
think
Sekiro.
it's
by
Sekiro,
the
they
end.
completely change how you play, though.
Yeah, that also playing them close together makes it easier.
Yeah.
Whereas like you had time between some of the ones. So
Honestly,
they're,
though,
like, fucking-
after Sekiro, I kind of don't want to play Dark Souls again because like
it's too slow.
There's no comparison. It's too slow and it's not perfection. It's flawed, and Sekiro is not flawed
It's
at
have
all.
to be Dark Souls 2.
I know, and that one's
I didn't
extra
like
flawed.
I didn't like that. I don't like to.
It's gonna be hard, but
I'm excited to see what From Software comes out with next, though.
yeah, it's supposed to be that Elden Ring, right?
They have another game that they're supposed to be working on too. But they
Elden
haven't
Ring is an
announced it.
Xbox exclusive, isn't it?
No,
I thought it was.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I mean, I hope it's not, but I thought that's what. I'm gonna look it up. But I thought that's
I haven't heard that. It might be a PlayStation exclusive. I know they did.
The trailer's on Xbox One.
Oh, really?
Oh well, they sometimes do that, even if it's a shared game.
Yeah, like they have their world premiere thing.
I know, but I thought I read something on it, so I'm gonna look it up real
They
quick.
probably
just
like
double check.
paid them to like have it perform on Xbox just so they can like say that.
Yeah, I'm excited for that though. But yeah, I don't know. It's Dark Souls. It's just something that you just have to put a lot of time into and practice into as well. So it might be hard with your limited time.
Yeah.
But yeah, good luck. I mean, Dark Souls 3 is fucking hard. If that's your first Souls game, it's gonna be hard.
Yeah, Pontiff Sullivan's a fucker, so
Yeah, he's brutal. They're all fuckers
he's
though. honestly.
he's the hardest fucker in the game though.
Pontiff Sullivan.
Nameless King is like close, but Pontiff Sullivan.
I thought the Dragon Dude's a lot harder than Pontiff Sullivan as in the Dragon Peaks.
the final guy.
What are you talking about?
Dragon Sky Peaks.
Yeah, the guy that's riding the dragon. and
Yeah,
then,
I
like,
thought he was a lot harder.
Nameless
than
King?
Yeah.
Is that the Nameless King?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's hard.
I gotta go
He
back
is,
to
he's,
it.
he's probably the hardest one.
He is hard, but if you like utilize lightning and fire on him, it's a little easier.
Yeah, but you get
But
like
Pontiff Sullivan has like no weakness. He's just a fuck.
yeah.
Okay, never mind. It is going to all the platforms. I originally I had heard. I don't remember where I heard it. Maybe it was someone being a dick saying that it was only for Xbox, but it is for everything.
Okay, good.
So that makes me actually excited for the game because I was like, fuck it, I'm going to play it only on Xbox. But so everything.
yeah,
And then
yeah.
I'm stoked again.
So that's gonna be pretty sweet. And then whatever else they come out with, like you guys are saying, that should be fun.
Yeah, they had one that was like not announced, but they just said that they were working on something.
It'll be
else.
interesting because they said they're not going back to they said the Dark Souls is done.
Yeah.
I'm still holding out for a Bloodborne sequel. I want Bloodborne 2 so fucking bad. That's honestly Bloodborne's in my top 5 games. I love Bloodborne, and I would definitely play a sequel.
Have you played Sekiro yet?
I have.
Oh,
I like Sekiro. Don't get me wrong, but like Bloodborne was also my first From Software game. I don't know, it's just something about it. Like,
Bloodborne's the second best one they've ever
I've
made.
beaten Bloodborne
for
like
sure.
probably 6 times.
Sekiro, the first Souls game, then Bloodborne.
Really?
I really like the first one for some reason.
The first one's great.
Dude,
the first
no.
one is really good. The magic in the first one is great.
dude.
But Bloodborne's on the top of my list.
Yeah.
On that one. I love Bloodborne.
Mine's Sekiro, then Bloodborne, and then I don't really care. 1 or 3, I can see.
I don't really care.
I can see putting 1 or 3 above one another. Just depends.
Then it's 1, 3, 2.
Yeah. I fucking
And
love
then
that.
Demon Souls.
I haven't played it. Don't have an opinion on it.
I do love the Bloodborne.
I want
one.
to play that one.
Yeah, they might. I wonder if they're going to remaster it.
That was a rumor for a long time. But
Yeah.
They still haven't had anything.
everything's
out
kind of
yet,
been
but-
squashed since the virus comes up. I haven't heard about,
Yeah.
the only things I've been talking about are games that actually have had a physical release date before.
Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, good luck. We have some people that play Dark Souls 3 quite a bit.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with getting help.
That Death Swords one on the Discord channel, so you can get in
So
touch
that's
with
mean,
them.
Greg playing through
The DLCs.
Dark Souls 3 and then Joe being helped throughout the whole game.
Yeah.
I was saying with you.
Point of contention for Greg.
No, I get it, but like with you, I was saying for the DLC because you haven't done the old
Yeah.
Hunters DLC. I was saying we should go and play together.
I mean,
'cause
I wanted to play some of the what are those the dungeons you can go
Dude,
do.
okay, here's the thing.
Yeah.
I'll
We
I'll re-download it and I'll play with you 100%. I gotta get back in the groove of it, but I'm down because I never finished all the chalice dungeons.
The Kirk Hammett.
Yeah.
Best weapon.
Ooh, I use the whirly gig saw.
Nice.
God, I love that.
Yeah, those were fun. Those little chalice dungeons. I only did like 1 or 2, but I enjoyed it. I think it'd be fun to get into
Yeah.
as a group.
I'm down. I think it'd be great.
I think I tried to join someone. I can't remember who I was
Me.
trying to play. Yeah, we weren't able to join
Yeah.
each other. It was stupid. But
I used to have that entire first level memorized.
yeah,
I was helping a friend get through because he wanted to play co-op, and so I was just leading him through my head. I'm like, hey, here, go to this
Oh
dungeon
man,
right here in the
those
bottom.
those
Here you go.
streets though, that first little section
yeah, it's
with all
tough.
the villagers, and then I would always have to 1v1 the ogre that was in the corner just for extra souls. It'd be a toss up whether or not he or I would win.
Well, the ogre, once you get the parry down with the
Yeah.
gun, it's
Oh,
so,
yeah.
so
But once
easy.
I get my Kirk Hammett leveled all the way up, then he's nothing.
Damn it, you're gonna make me have to. I'm gonna replay this. I was gonna play the game I'm gonna start replaying this week is Bloodborne. It's been too long.
Yeah, I want to replay that, and I would really want to replay Sekiro.
We should do the DLC for real. The Old Hunters DLC is fun. It is really fun,
Yeah,
and it puts in 5 new bosses.
nice.
They're rad.
I missed 2 bosses in that game. I didn't go to the castle.
You didn't go to Canehurst Castle.
I didn't find it.
You didn't fight Logarius.
I didn't find it. In
I
the
had
game.
to. I was in that point of the gaming where I had to be a completionist,
Yeah.
so I had to find every single boss in that game.
That was a time in my life when I didn't want to look anything up. I just wanted to have a pure run,
Yeah, see,
and
I
I
just-
just didn't find it. So
What was the second boss you didn't fight?
the 2 in that area. There's 2.
Is there 2?
Yeah. There's the Lord guy, and then the alien thing is connected to that too.
It's not connected to that.
Oh, I thought it was.
Are you talking about Elbridus, the one left behind, or something like that?
Yeah, yeah.
That one, no. So Elbridus, when you go into the orphanage, you have those alien dudes with the big heads because there's a boss in there.
Yeah.
If you kill that and you go behind it or in front of it, it looks like you can't go any further. You smash the window and you can go in. And there's a couple enemies in there, but you get to an elevator and go down, and you find Elbridus in there.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
thought
So
it was,
So in the Canehurst Castle, Logarius is the only boss there, but it makes it so you can join the queen, the Vile Blood Queen.
Oh,
Which
cool.
it messes up a side quest you can do if you do join her, but you can. But yeah, so there's only one boss there. But yeah,
She's the one who lets
Elbridus.
you respec, right?
Yes,
Yeah, I joined her thing.
Nice.
I didn't. I stood tall with my friend that wanted to kill her, the guy that you meet. But yeah, so yeah, Elbridus is fun. I feel like we're not reviewing it. Sorry guys, but that boss kind of was way too easy.
Yeah.
Elbridus, you can spam pretty bad if you get behind it in a certain spot. It can't turn around all the way, and you just fuck it up.
Nice. I love finding spam spots in those games. Or spots where they kill themselves. That's always beautiful. Like Dark Souls 1 on the bridge. The thing just fucking lunging at you and then it falls off.
Where everything's going down, that water section.
Yeah, yeah.
My favorite part about Assassin's Creed Odyssey right now is one of the upgrades that I got. It's called the Spartan Kick. And so I've been fighting other mercenaries or bosses, and we'll be up top in a cliff or something, and I just kick them and they'll just fly off the edge and they're
Nice.
just dead. Yeah, it's great.
It's fucking great to do too with the
So
the
funny.
shield grab thing.
Yeah.
You can just knock the dudes off the building with that.
The best is some of them they try to dodge you, and so they'll roll back and they'll fall off themselves, and you're like,
Yeah.
that's what the
Smart.
health bar go down.
that's something I always miss about Assassin's Creed is like they used to have serious balls. Like in the first game, like you could just like the final boss I just assassinated. He took a swipe at me and I killed him. Like no touch, no touch at all.
With this one, it kind of does that too. But like, if there's enemies that are higher level than you won't be able to get enough damage to do it. But as you upgrade your like assassin stuff and your assassin power, you can one shot him. It's great.
Yeah, and 2 did it too though. 2's final boss you couldn't assassinate. I thought that was really fucking lame. So Assassin's Creed basically fucked up their game immediately.
2, it was like they had more story to it. So
it wasn't all
like the final
assassination
encounter with like the Borgia.
Yeah, I do not like what Assassin's Creed Odyssey is.
I love it.
I just hate it.
Yeah, it's
you can
Far
fully
Cry,
kill a dude with a critical
Yeah,
assassination.
you can assassinate people like crazy. It's a part of it.
It takes like an adrenaline segment, which is kind of weird, but
but it's great. I
It's
am
not the
excited
same.
for.
Not my Assassin's Creed.
I think you're gonna like Valhalla because Valhalla does bring back
probably like
the
it if
hidden
you
blade
didn't-
as well.
you'd probably like it if you didn't think about it as an Assassin's Creed. Because especially Odyssey, you're not an assassin.
It just feels like
you're just a dude. So
To me, it kind of just feels
I'm
like
the girl. I played as the girl.
no.
But it's Gassan.
what Ubisoft did with shit.
Far Cry.
No. What's it called? We played the first one. Brandy finally got me to get the second one.
Oh,
Division?
yeah.
So it just feels like the Division, but medieval style.
No,
Where everyone's a
it's not the
sponge.
same. No, they're
No,
not.
there's an
They're
actual
not
story.
sponges. I mean, some of them can be, but they're supposed to be like kind of.
Yeah, but like the thing with
Gone
that,
are the days when I can just be surrounded by a group of enemies and kill them all.
the enemies aren't as bad as that. Like bosses, definitely like you do have to like be a little more tactical about it. But as well, with this new Assassin's Creed, you have to use the environment.
This
to your
game is
advantage.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey is a lot more like Shadow of Mordor.
Oh,
Shadow
okay.
of War.
You know what I
It's like
wish
if Assassin's Creed were like that.
I wish Ubisoft wasn't so obsessed with Assassin's Creed and we got another Prince of Persia game. I miss those games.
Dude, there's a fucking mission in Odyssey called Prince of Persia.
Oh my god. I think those games are really fun, and I kind of miss that they.
I remember
they're
getting the
not a
first
thing.
one on my Game Boy. Was it Color or Advance? It was Advance.
Yeah, the old school ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There's like, I think I even got a weapon in
when I said my
Assassin's
first
Creed
swear word.
Odyssey that looks like the Blade of Time or whatever.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They even called it like the Edge of Time, and it looks exactly like that for the weapon from Prince of Persia.
Nice. Yeah, I really liked those games.
I'm gonna have to go and look through all my cartridges now, see if I still have that somewhere.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. But yeah, Ubisoft just got obsessed with the Assassin's Creed, and then also the last Prince of Persia game didn't do very well at all. So
Well, the Assassin's Creed were doing really well for a long time, and they just started making too many of them.
yeah, it just becomes too much. It's kind of stale. But yeah, just get good. That's how you get good at Dark Souls 3. It's gonna take some fucking time, man. And you know, it might seem like a game that's not for you, but if you give it enough time, even over time, I'm sure you'll be able to knock it out because it's not that bad. There's way harder games out there in that series, even. So, all right, you guys ready to get some Xbox trivia going?
That's right. Let's do it.
All right, so how do you guys have like a tally counter? I mean, because I don't want to manually keep track of all your points, but I want to see who wins.
I think Craig is offering to be point keeper.
Yeah, I can keep a memo
Keeper
thing.
of points.
Okay. Xbox. What did they call it? It was like there was another nickname for it for a little while. I wish they would have just like Xbox 180. Like I don't know. It's I wish they would have done 720 for the new Xbox. Honestly, like 360.
And then the next one that's
720.
coming out is 1080.
Yeah, or like 1440. It's just like keep doubling it. And then 2880. It's like 5,760 is
And
it's
then
like the fifth.
The end game is Xbox Prime.
Yeah, there you go.
Xbox 4K.
Yeah. Xbox 3D, Xbox VR. I don't see why not, but they failed. They failed, and they made it Xbox One. Fuck.
Next one should be called Xbox 2.
God. That, yeah, maybe they'll just reboot the naming. Let's reboot the naming structure.
That would be so funny.
I would do it. I would just be. It would be for the giggles, man.
Xbox.
And you know
Xbox
that's
2.
what they'd be doing. They'd be laughing. People would forget like fucking idiots.
Xbox Zero.
Yeah, once they get to you, they got to go back to the moon. Xbox One cubed.
Yeah.
Xbox cubed.
Xbox
So, like-
One squared.
But it's still fucking 1! Fuck! But no one knows because everyone that games is bad at math. Oh, that's a cool little way to do it. It's like, but 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 is still 1. Fuckers. All right. America was in shambles, with the last console being released from a U.S. company being the Atari Jaguar. Microsoft decided enough was enough and announced the eventual release of the Xbox. When? When did they announce it?
2000.
2002.
July 21st, 2002.
March 10th, 2000.
Oh, 2000? Oh.
And would eventually be released on what date?
2002.
2003.
July 21st, 2002.
November 15th, 2001. In the
Damn it.
U.S.
Fuck them.
And early 2002 elsewhere. But this tale truly began in 1998. So Microsoft was a fairly successful publisher for games on Windows PC before the Xbox even crept into their unconscious minds. They released the massive Age of Empires series, Microsoft Flight Simulator, and many more titles. Microsoft began eyeing the Sony-dominated market of video game consoles, and they had just announced that they'd begun working on their second PlayStation, the PlayStation 2. Bill Gates saw the upcoming release of the PS2 as a direct threat to Microsoft's line of PCs, worried that an all-encompassing system could eliminate interest in his PCs and drive them out of the market. This, coupled with the fact that the video game industry was becoming absolutely massive, prompted Gates to enter the console gaming market to compete with Sony. Gates had delved into game development in a way, as he provided a version of Windows CE for what game console?
In 1998.
It's one that I did an episode on.
The Nintendo Genesis.
Nintendo Genesis.
That is not a console.
Uh,
The Microsoft PlayStation.
Sega Dreamcast?
It is the Sega Dreamcast. Point
Hell
for Craig.
yeah.
Gates had also approached Sony for the console. So he wanted to work with Sony on it. But the then CEO Nobuyuki Ide declined, instead favoring his own proprietary software built in-house. So at this point, Gates was still trying to sort of play the publisher, the software guy, and he was trying to get in with Sony just to make their UI basically for the PlayStation 2, but nobody was biting. So in 1998, 4 engineers from the DirectX team at Microsoft, Kevin Backus, Samus Blackley, Ted Hayes, and Otto Burks, began discussing ideas for a new console that would run off of Microsoft's own DirectX technology. This project was codenamed Midway, which is a reference to what?
The island of Midway.
Well, yeah, but
Well, you have
the importance of that, though, and the idea.
It is
It's where
the
they held
launching
off-
pad for
they held off
planes
to-
held the nukes.
Yeah, they held off Japan.
Yeah, all right, I'll give it to Zach. So it's a reference to a World War II battle, which Japan was decisively defeated by American forces.
So this
Bro,
is
that's so
him.
dick. They're like, Sony's like, we don't want you. They're like, name it Midway.
We're gonna nuke Sony.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. It was showcasing their desire to pass Sony in the console market.
That's the petty I ascribe to me. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's so beautiful.
I kind of wish they would have called it the Midway box.
But I understand where the X comes from. I didn't realize the X was
It's
their
DirectX,
was their
yeah.
only other thing. It's cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yep. So the first development meeting was held on March 30th, 1999, and they discussed boot time issues for games. The console was set to run off of what program? What Windows program?
Windows 98.
No, Windows CE.
No.
Windows X.
Yeah. Windows X.
Windows 2000.
God.
Shit, I was so... Damn it.
And when
I
use
was being a dick.
DirectX 8.1, allowing the Xbox more processing power than most other home consoles. Another added bonus to this souped-up hardware was the elimination of technological barriers that barred creativity due to hardware limitations. So they just wanted to create like a computer, pretty much. This is what they did.
Which is still what they're doing, I mean, if you look at it.
Yeah. So the four previously mentioned team members ran into some pushback from the Silicon Valley engineering team behind Web TV, who had been purchased by Microsoft and were kind of involved with the project. So these guys wanted to build the console from the ground up as an appliance running off of Windows CE, but the DirectX boys wanted to use a hard drive to gain a competitive edge, despite it being a bit more on the pricey end. So Gates met with both parties in 1999, and the DirectX team sold their idea on the direct implementation of what? So what was their big selling point?
I
Had to do with the
know
hard
this.
drive.
So
Made
more power.
the hard
Like it's-
drive made it easier.
To
Play music.
have its
Memory
own
card.
It would
standalone
probably be
operating
to, in
system.
the right vein, but to be able to play games, watch movies, and it's like more of a home entertainment system than it is anything else.
Yeah, that's part of it, I guess. But the big selling point was really,
Porn.
yeah, always porn. No, online gaming. So if you remember right, when we talked about the PS2, you had to get the expansion bay and then the hard drive. That's why my PS2 weighs like 700 pounds, because I bought that stuff, even though I can't actually use it. This
They
with
really
the,
made Xbox Live the selling point because the Dreamcast tried to do that and it got fucked.
yeah, well, the Dreamcast got fucked, but the Xbox did not get
The
fucked.
time
with
was
Xbox
right, so
Live.
the technology was there.
Yeah, they had
Yeah.
a little more beef to their cake. So that was the big selling point with the expanded memory, is they were able to do online gaming straight out of the box, pretty much. So yeah, they won.
I remember there was a big thing where they had to convince Bill that they needed to make their own standalone console, not just have a computer. That it shouldn't just be a PC; it should be an actual console.
Yeah,
they had to convince
yeah.
Bill into that because he didn't want to do that.
Yeah, he was kind of stuck on the PC idea, and I mean it is kind of a PC.
I
Pretty
mean,
much,
and it's what
but-
they did. I mean, that was what their, Microsoft did.
Yeah.
So why not stick with what you know? But it's good, be innovative.
Yeah, so that was one of the big reasons, and the other thing was they wanted it to be easy to port popular PC games to the console, so like making it
Yeah,
function much like a computer with like the hard drive and everything made it a little more appealing and easier to do all that shit. So the Web TV team would still play a part in the initial launch of the console, despite their idea being shut down. So our boys on the DirectX team began building their prototype consoles. They went out and purchased multiple Dell computers to take apart and kind of fuck around with. There were many names considered for the new console, including what names? Just kind of guess. Everybody guesses one of them. So like, this is like the code name. Or no, this isn't the code name. This is the actual
Sony
name.
Slayer 2000.
That would be pretty sweet, but no.
I don't know. Pulling up blanks here.
Pulling or shooting?
Both. We're all a little dry.
Yeah, these are kind of bullshit. Windows Entertainment Project sounds like garbage. Microsoft Total Gaming, lame. Microsoft International or Interactive Network Device, Mind, gay. Microsoft Interactive Center, Mike, stupid.
gay.
Yeah, the mind is gay. Another name considered, and a much more important one at that, was the DirectX box. At one point, team member Hayes actually came up with a joke name that was the Triple X box and the Direct Triple X box, as nod to the system's higher volume of adult content compared to Sony and Nintendo. So that was,
It's always porn.
yeah, it's always
Do I
porn.
get a point for seeing in the future?
Yeah, fuck it, points. Points for all.
The game master decided he gets a point.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah!
Zach gets a point
That's rad.
For what?
for porn.
For porn, yeah. Points for porn.
There weren't actually any porn games on there. Fuck off.
Where's your suit, Larry?
That was on PS2 as well.
Still?
Porn.
Who's on there? Grand Theft Auto? Porn.
It's on PS2.
But it's on Xbox too.
Yeah.
Listen, he gave me the point.
that
Don't be a
doesn't mean
bitch. You put my
Xbox
point
is
on there
the
because he
porn
gave me the
machine.
point.
So DirectXbox was quickly reduced to the winning title of just straight up Xbox and was favored by the dev team.
To be fair, how is it not in the first place? Because like everything in that list sucked. Like Xbox just sounds cool.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it sounds way better than everything else they came up with. So the company would ultimately try focus group testing regarding the names, and the Xbox proved to be the most popular one and was selected as the official name.
Yeah, if you keep saying the Microsoft thing, people are just going to think it's like some sort of business thing that no one's going to ever want.
Yeah, some software.
It's just a mouthful too. Like
Yeah.
even the PlayStation, it's PS.
Yeah.
Like PS4.
Well, I mean, they had acronyms to use like Mind and stuff like that. That stood
Yeah, but
for-
mine sounds stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds gay.
Mind is gay.
Mind is gay.
Mind is gay, and it's all about porn. So it's gay porn. So,
Microsoft's all about that gay porn.
that's right,
The
yeah.
mental,
first.
the mental gymnastics on that one. You heard it here first.
Stick the landing. All right, so that was selected as Microsoft's first video game console. Their next hurdle would be one that they may or may not have cleared, the controller. So by the time Microsoft began physical designs for their new controller, there were already circuit boards out there ready to roll. Microsoft asked Sony's supplier, Mitsumi Electric, for a design similar to that used in Sony's what controller?
DualShock. It's DualShock 1, isn't it?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? You're looking at the paper.
It's not DualShock 1.
No. What was the first one called?
It was called the DualShock. But that's not what it is.
Oh, DualShock 2.
Yeah, it's DualShock 2. Controller. But
They
Mitsumi
just keep going.
ultimately declined to manufacture for Microsoft. So,
Just because they named their secret project Midway, they're like, "Oh, fuck you, white boy."
yeah, they weren't
Fuck
having it.
you, chicken and cow.
Yeah.
Dude, so I have the original, like the OG Xbox at my house, and I have one of those controllers that are like beefcakes.
They're
It's like-
ridiculous.
I want-
massive.
I want a thick ass.
That's the only one I
controller in my
have. I don't
hand.
have another one, so I'm playing a game like this is fucking bullshit.
I needed to fill the entirety of my hand.
Yeah, dude, it's ridiculous. So this eventually led to the bulky-ass piece of shit controller that is the original Xbox controller, which was almost 3 times the size of the DualShock 2. It's fucking
It's
ridiculous.
huge.
The initial controller was never launched in Japan, where a smaller controller S was released
They got
with a
small
more
hands.
compact circuit board. All right, so let's talk about the
Can
operating
wrap it
system.
around the beefy American controller.
Yeah.
To be fair, most children couldn't either. They were playing
It was pretty tough, yeah. It was a lot.
But we did eventually get the smaller controllers. And I think it's funny about this controller thing because I feel like they've never let that go. Because that's what a lot of Xbox controllers bitch about when it's like fighting for the PlayStation. Or our controller's better now. Oh, it feels better on my hands. Is
Yeah.
what I see when they argue. And it's like, you just never let that go.
Yeah.
You've never let it go.
Yeah, I don't know which one I like more controller wise now.
You and your small dick hands.
I mean, I've just gotten used to the dual. I like the DualShock 4 a lot, so
Yeah.
I just wish it didn't have that fucking light that sucked the battery out of it.
I like the
Just
light.
turn it off in the device settings.
You can't turn it off.
You can dim it.
You can dim it, yeah, which I have done, but still, it's like,
And a little speaker inside the
I
controller,
like the light.
too.
I think it's rad.
Forgot about that.
yeah, it does. If with certain games, it'll interact.
Speaker's pretty sweet.
Turned it off.
I love it.
No need.
What is it? Was it Doom? Doom, it talks to you. Yeah,
Oh,
Hayden.
does it?
Samuel Hayden will talk to you through the controller.
That's the part of the game I didn't experience because I have that shit turned off.
Yeah, it's
Like-
rad. It's so cool.
In Last of Us,
I wonder if it just does it through the headset then. When you have it on.
It can do both.
Okay.
yeah, Last of Us does a little bit of it too. I think it's like when you're crafting items, you'll hear like
What was the other one I was playing? I was playing another
gimmicky.
one
Gimmicky as
where
fuck.
the light changed color on how your health was.
One of the games does that.
There's a few games that do that.
It's just glowing as rad. It just like goes from like green and down.
Yeah, it's rad, but you're not fucking looking at the controller part that lights up.
I can see the
It's
light.
just the reflection off of the TV screen.
I can see the light.
There's some that have like a little light on the touchscreen itself, like a little bar, and you can see that.
Stupid.
But not all of them have that.
It's redundant. You have a health bar on screen
Yeah.
where my attention is, not at my fucking controller. Oh, I wonder how much health I have left.
I just thought it was
The
just
controller.
cool. It's just a cool little thing. they
Yeah,
added.
that sucks the power out of the fucking
You know, I think
wireless
Resi
controller.
7 does that.
What?
I think Resi 7 does that.
Ooh. I think you're right. If I don't no. Yeah, it
Give
did.
me-
It's Resident Evil.
Give me more.
Two and three
Give me
do it as well.
more buttons, not fucking lights and speakers on my controller.
More buttons.
Like pro controllers on the back, little extra paddles.
Yeah.
Let's go buy one.
No, they're expensive.
There, it's like $200. It's fucking ridiculous. Anyway, sorry.
So the Xbox runs a custom-built, heavily modded version of Windows 2000 and exports APIs similar to Windows, such as Direct 3D. The source code was eventually leaked, actually this year in 2020. So if you want to build an Xbox game, I guess you can now. Xbox brought one of the most innovative user interfaces thus far, called what? What do they call their interface for the Xbox?
Cortana.
No, that's a side effect, but it's their UI, their dashboard.
It is the Xbox dashboard. That is correct.
Yeah,
Point for Cameron.
finally.
As you're like trying to like figure it out.
No, I was trying to remember what it was.
So it features a media player that can be used to both play.
I mean, most like at that point, the PlayStation 2 still you put the disc in and then the game boots.
Yeah, it didn't really have a
Whereas
UI.
the Xbox was
Yeah.
the one you turn it on and you could do stuff with the Xbox with
Yep.
the game still in there, and then you could choose to launch the game or do other stuff. And like certain games on the Xbox I could play would let you play your music in the game.
Yeah, no, that's fair. PlayStation 2 does like let you be on the dashboard, but you can't really do anything.
It's like fucking browser and
Yeah.
system.
But you have to. You
config.
can't have the game in. If you have the game in, it boots the game.
No, doesn't. Mine didn't.
If you have it in when you turn it on, it will.
Yeah.
Mine
But
didn't.
you can like
What the hell? Is mine broke?
turn it on and then like put the disc tray back in, and then it'll like give you the option.
I think my PlayStation 2 is broke.
Yeah, because mine it just goes
Yeah, so
unless you.
that's
And mine
why
didn't
it was
just
the,
go.
It was the first console to actually give you stuff
I
you
think
could
that's
do
a
on the
system
console.
setting you can change to on the PS2.
Can you? I'll have to look at it. That's interesting.
Manage your save.
I got it for $10 at a yard sale. And it's like still
That's
lived, so
about it.
like, you know.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. is manage your
PS2s
saves.
last forever. They're the eternal system.
The Xbox, the whole dashboard itself, man, that's ingrained into my head.
I know.
my,
You
my
can't
childhood.
think of a console now without it.
No,
Without a dash, like
Yeah, they really
it
brought
was-
the game.
I mean,
It
a
would be.
console's now an entire.
but I just remember
entertainment device, but-
like Christmas morning, like hitting it, putting Halo 1 in there, and just hearing the Xbox like form, like the little like you have
The
little,
gel.
Yeah, the gel thing. I just remember it. It's ingrained into my head.
Yeah, it's good. It's good memories. So, you could both play and rip CDs to the Xbox built-in hard drive and play music from said hard drive. This drive also managed saves, downloaded content from Xbox Live, and let users sign in to Xbox Live, as well as adjust all of their account settings. This wasn't available, however, until when?
2005.
If the console released in 2001, I'm gonna say 2003.
2002. But why was this available? What made this available? There was something that happened that prompted them to make this dashboard a thing.
Was it the release to the PlayStation 2 and the way their
Xbox
dashboard
Live.
worked?
This is Xbox Live.
Oh.
Point for Cameron.
I was gonna say 9/11.
Yeah, it's 9/11.
God damn.
9/11. So Xbox Live was launched what day?
2002.
2002nd day.
August 19th, 2002.
I'm gonna say May 15th, 2002.
Let's go. July
I thought you farted.
10th.
Cameron's closest, November 15th,
I was thinking
2002.
about November.
So the service allowed subscribers to play online Xbox games with other subscribers all around the world, as well as download content directly to the internal hard disk drive. The initial setup required users to purchase a starting kit containing... I remember these fucking things.
The Xbox remote thing that you could play. You needed to play movies with.
The headset.
The headset and...
Ethernet.
No.
USB?
Was the little...
Memory card?
Yeah, it was the little memory card that went in the back of the controller.
It was the headset. I'll give it to Zach. It was the headset and a 2-month subscription, I think, or a 1 month.
I almost said the little fucking little paper that was in
Yeah, the little card.
I
God,
remember.
dude. Yeah, I remember having
remember.
to buy that bullshit.
Shit,
Fucking-
it pisses me off because I almost said that. Damn.
Burberries.
But yeah. So the starter kits, I remember trying to get those a little bit later. It was kind of a pain in the ass, and you
Yeah.
needed one to do it. I also remember my grandpa being real fucking brutal about the credit card thing. I was like, well, it's just $10 a month. Why don't you just let me have it? And it's just no.
The subscription before subscription.
That's what my mom was still did to me too. I was like,
Yeah.
that's why I never had it because I got told no.
Yeah, and I was like, but Halo 2 online. He's like, but why would you pay monthly for it? I'm like, I don't fucking know. Just because it's sweet.
Listen, old man.
I want to play with my friends.
I'm a level 17 sniper, okay? I need the
I want
online.
to play with your friends. Go to their house.
Yeah. Seriously, it was the weirdest thing. It was such a disconnect
Oh,
to get
man.
that shit rolling.
I think that's some
Early 2000s, a changing landscape.
no for real because
Yeah.
there was times when we had to go to our friends' houses to play video games. That's the only you could co-op.
Yeah.
And it's just interesting how fast the landscape changed
Yeah,
to where we
From-
hang out online all the time
From
now.
Xbox 360, that was online all the time.
Yeah.
exactly.
That was an easy thing. I was making my own money and I paid for it. So
Yeah. It was a total game changer later. But Xbox really started all of that. They really kicked off the online hard. So the online service required a broadband internet connection and saw how many subscribers in the first week?
2.
It's worldwide.
No, it's more than 2.
I
Yes.
would say worldwide.
10,000.
Damn it, Craig.
Was that what you were going to guess?
10,001.
Let's do
Bitch.
25,000
Such a fucking bitch.
worldwide subscribers when it started.
No one gets it. 100,000 subscribers
Ow.
in the first week.
That was my second guess.
So we had 100,000 in the first week. How many in the first 2 months? Got a bunch of these fucking stats that I found. I was like, it's kind of ridiculous.
In the first 2 months?
Yeah.
1 million.
Okay,
200,000.
200,000. You said?
Yeah.
Let's
Okay.
go 500,000.
Okay.
Ooh.
200, 500.
I don't know. 150,000. I'll say they didn't double. The first month kicked it, and the second month didn't.
I'll give it to Cameron. 250,000 in the first 2 months. How many by July of 2004? So this is almost 2 years. It's a year and a half after.
So
I'm going to go with 500,000 again.
they probably had a cool 800,000 people on by then.
Okay, 500, 800. This is the most bullshit thing, but they had all the stats, and I was like, so many fucking numbers, but
100,000.
100,000?
I'm just gonna throw numbers out there. 'cause I
They
have no
dropped
idea.
by 150,000? Okay.
Oh
now-
wait, shit. You're right.
It's too late. The
Yeah, it's
words are
okay.
gone.
Shut up, Cameron.
Fuck it, nobody gets it. 1 million.
God damn, I was so close. I should have just said 1 million.
What about July 2005? How many did they have then?
I bet there was more because of 4th of July weekend and kids were
1.9.
900,000.
1.8.
1.8 million?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
2.2.
Okay.
They went down. So 900,000.
No. 2 million.
Damn.
Okay, how many by July of
We're
2007?
both the same.
Why do you have
distance
so
away.
many of these fucking numbers?
Stop it with these. Okay, what was it? Okay, we'll just answer. What
It was
at
1
the end of
million in
life?
July 2004, 2 million in July 2005, and how many in July 2007?
God damn it! Let's just do at the end of
If you
the
say 2.8, I'm gonna fucking strangle you.
2.8.
No.
It's 2.5.
Okay, it's
2.9.
3.3.
It's fucking 3 million exactly.
Got
Okay.
it. 3.3, bitch.
Okay. All right. The last stat that they had.
Fuck you. I ain't giving you a point for that.
At the end of it,
Craig's in charge of the points.
Yeah, fuck him.
It's the closest without going over, Zach.
And I didn't get over. I got exactly.
You went 3.3, fucker.
I went
That was your
3.3.
last. Your last three was 3.3.
He said 3.3. I said
3.3.
3.0. I said 3. So give me the fucking point.
Fuck off.
all right. The end of May 2009, kind of the end of it. How
Okay.
many total subscribers? did
They
have?
had 3.
So in
they had
2007,
4.5 million.
July 07, they had 3. This is-
4.5 million in life.
I'll say 6 million.
Craig. May 2009. This is two years after the 3 million of July 07, and this is like their peak.
3.4.
20 million people.
What the
Jesus.
fuck?
Yeah, dude.
How are they counting like people who have subscribed, or are they counting like?
I think it was
active accounts.
I think it was active. Yeah,
Active accounts.
yeah. 20 million fucking people.
For
Oh,
the OG Xbox Live.
That is
Yeah.
insane.
that's a lot of fucking people.
Are
dude.
you sure that's OG Xbox Live?
Yeah. Yep. That's 2009.
I think Xbox was
There's
inflating their
no
numbers.
way it jumped up 2 years later to that much.
dude,
Hey,
Halo was fucking
Halo 2,
huge.
dude. That was
Oh yeah,
2
Halo
times.
2 would have been. That makes more sense.
And a lot of games were really embracing the online. This was like the big push. I mean, Doom 3
Lost
had
Planet
online.
was fun
like,
online.
yeah, Lost Planet. There's like, well, I think that was 360, but there's a
Was
lot
it,
of.
though? Lost Planet 2 on the 360.
I think.
Oh, I think you're right. It was 2 that I played like 5 minutes of.
Is that the one where you lose your heat as you're like running? from
Yeah,
place to place?
yeah.
Fuck that game.
Yeah, I know it's kind of dumb.
I got
but-
so mad as a kid.
I think you'd gain more heat when you run.
No, because you're out in the freezing cold. Remember?
Yeah, but if you keep your body moving, that builds up temperature.
You didn't count it. You had to like. Get
Plus,
from
that's
place
an
to place.
entire factor in like fucking
It was
Final
so
Fantasy
cold.
7 in that minigame.
It was
you have
so
to do squats
cold.
to get your body heat
It was
up,
so
remember?
cold that you can't get your body heat up by exercising. You had to find stuff to replenish the heat in your suit.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. So the service would eventually be discontinued for the original Xbox on what date?
It was
So it was still going in May of 2009.
August 2011 when they shut down the service.
2011. I'm gonna say it was New Year's Eve, 2003 was the last day you could play. So I'd say the January 1st, 2004. Or fuck, what was the years again?
2009 was the peak.
2012. Yeah, I'll say.
A couple years since.
I'll say
that
January
Xbox
1st,
360 's
2012.
life.
I'll say they did it as like an end of the year thing.
Wait, this is for when it shut down?
Yeah.
Yeah, for OG Xbox.
Okay, I'm going to say... December 10th, 2015.
April 14th, 2010.
Oh.
I think that the 20 million might have been including 360.
I'm surprised they ended it so early. I've seen some of the other shit like close down just barely. Like they fucking shut down the online for the Wii. Like
Yeah, why?
like
yeah.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it sucks because they were
I
like,
just want to keep paying money to keep the fucking
Oh,
server going.
one of the Just Dance games came out for fucking the Wii like last year or some shit. So it's
yeah,
like
it's
It's an easy console.
and there's DLC that I'll never be able to get now from FF games that were on the WiiWare titles. There's
Yeah.
like DLC stuff, but it's gone because you had to have enough money in your Wii account to buy it because you can still access the store. At least you could. I don't know if you even can do that now, but like you couldn't put new money in it. And I was like, why the hell would they not let you put more money on there? Like I understand, like we're closing it all down, but it's like you can go to the store, but you better have enough points, or else you're never going to get it. So dumb. So everything was closed out on schedule, but apparently a group of 20 gamers continued to play what game for almost a month after the discontinuation.
Halo 2.
Yeah, Halo 2.
Yeah. By leaving their consoles on connected to Halo 2. Those guys got to get their Halo. That's crazy. That's like fucking
Forcing the server to stay on.
Dude, that's awesome.
yeah,
That's
because they
commitment.
just didn't log out. They never turned the fucking Xbox off.
That's pro moves right there.
That's a
Can you
pro
imagine
gamer
coming home
strat.
one day after school and your mom turned your Xbox off.
Yeah, you're like, no, fucking mom.
Start destroying shit.
All
Use
right.
riot. That's how the riot starts.
Yeah, exactly. So the original Xbox, as we mentioned before, was the first video game console to feature a built-in hard disk drive for storing game saves and other content. This eliminated the need for separate memory cards. Users could, as previously mentioned, rip music from audio CDs and play them in certain games that featured custom soundtracks. This was really cool on the Xbox.
It was cool, but the game I had that could do it was fucking trash.
What game was
Buggy
it?
Piece of shit. It was some like SOCOM type game. Do you have like a list of games?
It's like a Splinter Cell, or
No, it was like a piece of shit shooter.
I got a
Where
list.
I would get bugged and I would get stuck in areas, and the encounters were stupid.
Oh, see, I played Grand Theft Auto, like San Andreas. You could do that in. You had like your custom soundtracks. I think Midnight Club,
most racing games. Yeah.
Yeah, most racing
Burnout
games.
3. I think you could do it with.
It
which
was
is
like
good,
some
'cause-
sort of like off-brand military shooter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that my mom got. Probably
Of course.
sell.
Fucking moms are terrible at buying games. Fucking terrible. All right, so I that was a really cool feature. I really like doing that, slapping some Metallica on like your fucking racing game or whatever. The Xbox also supported the ability to play DVDs, but it came with a caveat. What was that
by
caveat?
the remote and sensor.
Exactly. Cameron gets points for Cameron. You had to buy a fucking external infrared adapter to plug into a controller port rather than using the fucking controller, which is evil. The console was the first to feature a Dolby Interactive content encoding, which gave the games played on the Xbox the same quality of sound throughout the game. Apparently, this was a big deal for them because for most other consoles, you could get that high-quality sound only during non-interactive cutscenes. So, like, Doom 3 is awesome on the Xbox because of this kind of shit, because the soundscape is, like, there the whole time. Whereas with PS2, it's like during cutscenes it gets better, and then during the game it's not quite as good. It doesn't have quite the same quality. And that is something I do remember about the OG Xbox, and that's one of the reasons why it became such a console made for first-person shooters, to get that like beefy gun sound, and like it just ran really well for that kind of shit. So, due to the Xbox's PC hardware, it's much larger and heavier than other contemporary consoles. Most of the size comes from the bulky tray-loading DVD-ROM and the hard disk drive included in the console. Microsoft made sure their cinder block wasn't pulled from its resting place by creating a really interesting controller safety device. I don't know if you remember these, like the
It was the
Little
two-piece.
yeah, the breakaway cords.
Yeah, then my dumbass would lose them. as a
Yeah,
kid.
I was always kind of annoyed by that because it was like they would just break off and they would be gone. But hey, it made sure it didn't pull it down and fucking smash your fucking brain in off of a fucking thing. Like if a little baby pulled that down, just fucking like watermelon. Just it's fucking 80-pound Xbox. I don't know how they pull it down, honestly, but hey, if they did, it's over. It's fucking done. So Microsoft was constantly revising their internal hardware throughout the console's life to combat modding, cut manufacturing costs, and to make the DVD-ROM more reliable. Issues with the reading of discs via the DVD-ROM wasn't covered under the extended warranty, after all, so they were constantly trying to make it a little bit better because they were dicks and wouldn't replace shit. So the Xbox includes a standard AV cable, which provides composite video and monaural or stereo audio to the TVs with RCA inputs. European Xboxes also included an RCA jack to SCART converter block, as well as the AV cable. So, although Xbox reinvented the nature of saving and loading your game, they did eventually release an 8-megabit solid-state memory card that could be plugged into the console's controllers.
Yeah.
That's that big, like, fucking gap in the top of the controller. And save and copy files from one Xbox to another. So, like, it was always nice to have the hard drive, but then it also kind of sucked when you wanted to bring your save file over to your buddy's
Right.
house.
Yeah.
Well, that was like with the PlayStation, what made it nice, because you could just take it out and go.
Yeah. So there's like, the Xbox is mostly better with the internal, but like that kind of stuff was really nice because we didn't really have like cloud saving and shit like that back then.
Yeah.
Of course, PS3 and like 360, they brought that along. So they eventually gave in and had their own little memory cards. So the Xbox was officially unveiled to the public by Bill Gates and guest professional wrestler Who?
Hulk
Dwayne
Hogan.
The Rock Johnson.
It is The Rock. Man,
Really?
professional wrestler and man who makes every movie a little bit better. The
That's
Rock.
not true.
At CES 2001, held where?
San Francisco.
It was Houston.
Big conference city.
San
Los
Diego?
Angeles.
What'd you say?
Los Angeles.
No.
He said San Diego. I said Houston to start out.
It's not Los Angeles.
Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Los Santos.
It's Las Vegas.
Oh, that makes sense, I guess.
Nevada on what day? When was it officially unveiled to the public?
I could be a summer one. That sounds like something summer.
Yeah, let's go June 15th, 2000.
Okay.
May 1st. I'll say May 1st, 2000. It's going to be on May Day. It's close to Midway.
Yeah.
Yeah?
That's a good
Cameron gets the point? Yeah. No, it's January 3rd, 2001.
Oh.
So they not very long. They announced their official release date and the pricing at E3 2001.
How much was the pricing?
That's probably his next question.
Yeah, how much is the pricing, guys?
I bet it was $299, wasn't it? No, but I'd say $150 because the N64 was $99.99.
No. That's a $250.
I'll go with a solid 300.
All right. The price upon release. Yeah, I actually didn't even write this down.
So we all get a point.
Why the fuck not?
I don't even think it's listed. Yeah, it's not even listed on the fucking site. All right. I think who said $299?
I did say that first.
I said solid 300.
You said 300. I said $299 at first though, but then I changed mine to 150. So I mean, if you're gonna give a point, it should be to Cameron.
Was it 300?
Original Microsoft Xbox first near mint. Dude, what the fuck? I can't find the original pricing. Because it's hard because the naming is bullshit. Oh, here we go. It was $299 in the beginning. So Craig is correct.
No, Cam.
Cam's correct.
I said $250.
$299. I think that was about what the PS2 was as well, if I remember right. It was about $300. That's a lot
That's
of
close,
fucking
yeah.
money, like for 2001.
PS2 got cheaper though, like after a while, and that's when
Yeah.
everybody fucking bought it, especially with like the Slim.
Yeah, PS2 started dominating when they cut some pricing. So yeah, that was the official price and the official release date. The most notable launch titles discussed at E3 were what? What two titles were the biggies?
Halo Combat
Halo
Evolved.
Combat
and
The other one's totally different.
Forza.
Fable.
No. It was...
It's not Forza. I'm trying to think.
Isn't it exclusive?
I don't know. It's we've done a live action movie
Rampage?
that was based on this
Tomb Raider.
this game. It's not those two.
Oh.
It's one of the more recent live action movies as well.
House of the Dead.
Sadly, no.
Oh.
More recent than that.
Damn it, what have we reviewed?
Was it Mortal Kombat Deception?
No.
Damn it.
Damn it, what have we fucking...
It is that type of game though.
Street Fighter? No.
Double Dragon.
Not Double Dragon.
Wait.
Dead or Alive.
It is Dead or Alive.
Is it really?
Dead or Alive 3, yeah. So in preparation for its launch, Microsoft acquired what company and used what game as its launch title?
They used it's Bungie and Marathon Halo.
Halo.
Combat Evolved.
Yeah. Cameron gets it. That was the launch title. Big deal. And honestly, this is the weirdest part. At the time, GoldenEye 007 was one of the few hit first-person shooter games to appear on a console.
That game was lit, bro.
And Xbox was looking to change the first-person shooter world forever. An ad in the UK was banned from television after complaints that it was offensive, shocking, and in bad taste. And let's watch it here. I thought this was super
Checks
funny.
all the boxes.
Yeah, it checks everything.
my
We
Is it the
Xbox.
one where like the kid gets launched and he fucking ages really quick? Yeah.
Life is short. Play more.
Yeah,
I like that. That's awesome.
yeah, that's a pretty fucking sweet ad. I really enjoyed that one when I found it. I think I remember seeing that fucking thing too.
I do too. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna be honest,
We would have had to because I was begging my mom for an Xbox. Every
I heard
Christmas,
that wrong.
every Christmas list. Shut the fuck up, Cameron. Every Christmas list.
I was yawning and I heard banging instead of begging.
I had to. I was banging my mom.
For an Xbox.
begging my mom on my Christmas list. There was Xbox, PS2. I wanted both.
Nice, yeah. I wanted the PS2, but it's because I played a demo of Burnout 3 in Walmart, and I was like, oh my god.
I missed that when the TV was up there. You'd hurt your neck because you're like looking up.
Yeah, it's like this is the most amazing game I've ever seen.
No, it was definitely Halo Combat Involved that got me on the Xbox.
Oh,
Yeah, same.
Playing that at the GameStop.
Yeah, dude, that was a fucking
Dogs, remember
sweet
Game
game.
Crazy? Was there Game Crazy? I don't think GameStop was a thing back then.
It was
Yeah.
Electronics Boutique, is what GameStop was.
Really?
The one in Provo Mall, anyway.
I went to
Yeah.
Game. There's a Game Crazy right by my house, so I'd save my money and I'd walk there, go blow it.
Nice. Yeah, I miss the days of like multiple game stores. Now, I mean, there are like 3 over around our area, but
They're all GameStop.
they're all GameStop. Yeah. Now there's a couple local ones, but
The World's Game Store is pretty cool, though.
yeah.
I guess I've been for old stuff.
Where's that at?
Just barely in Salt Lake City.
Oh, I'll have to check it out.
Oh, there's one up in Ogden that's pretty fucking sweet too.
We should
That's really far. up
do a
there.
little day trip.
Yeah.
we should have a bunch of different ones to see if we can.
See what
There's
Well,
some,
one of the
like,
things. Who's it? We
legit
were
stuff
talking
in
to.
there.
Was it with me and you?
it was us. and
We're
Brandy.
saying if we
Yeah.
should get like a set amount of money put away for each of us, and we should go to the different game stores and just like show off what we get afterwards as one of the episodes.
This
Yeah.
is my haul.
Yeah, and it's like, and it'll be completely different for every single person.
My
pretty much,
booty.
you know.
Yeah.
All right.
So like set it like 100, and then we just go.
Yeah.
We'd have to go on like separate times, or I don't know.
I don't know. I think we go together.
But yeah, but we'll just be like pilfering the same game.
Maybe.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe.
But let's just
Maybe-
take a day date over to a World's Game Store as soon as we can.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
We can have the battle of like quantity over quality. I'll buy like 200 sports games for $100. Be like, look, man, I could die before I even finish all of these fucking things.
I bought every Madden, MLB, NASCAR, fucking
PGA.
All of it.
NHL,
NBA, and yeah.
NCAA, which oh,
Oh man, I miss those ones. All right, so let's talk games. Top 10 best-selling Xbox games.
number one
All right.
Halo.
is
Halo
Halo 2.
Combat Evolved,
Halo 2 is
Halo
number
2.
1. Halo 2 is number 1.
Halo 2 is actually
Halo 2 is number
Well,
1.
I mean, I'm just guessing all of them. I'm not. listing
Fable's
them in
number
order.
3. Halo Combat Evolves number 2.
Fable 2 was on OG Xbox, right? Or was that Xbox 360?
Call of Duty.
Fable
3.
2?
Yeah.
That was 360.
Was
That
it
was
360?
before
Okay.
you flipped the thing so don't get mad. I knew Halo 2 was
Uh,
number 1 though.
Forza,
I bet Dead or Alive is going to be on that list somewhere
Dead or
because
yeah,
it was
Dead
one of the
or
launch
Alive
titles
3.
or 3. Sorry, yeah, being one of the launch titles. What came out? What was the Need for Speed? Was it the really good one? Was it Midnight Club?
Burnout.
The Nitro.
Midnight Club is a different series.
Yeah, Midnight
Midnight
Club
Club
is not.
Is Xbox 360.
Oh, you're right. Midnight Club is a different series. Shit.
Might be Hot Pursuit 2. But I don't know if that one's gonna be on there.
Just think of big series.
Gears of War was 360.
Yeah, 360 for Gears.
I don't know what else was on OG Xbox. I'm not a big Xbox
Trying to
person.
think.
I didn't get very much variety.
The Evil Dead game. Call of Duty. I bet one of the Call of Duty
3 was on the Xbox. I
Yeah,
played
or what
the
is
shit
it? What's
out
the
of
finest one? It's Finest Hour.
Yeah,
that. Medal of
Hour.
Honor.
European Assault. The greatest FPS of all time.
You
According
guys,
to everyone.
there's a few on here I'm surprised you guys are missing.
Yeah,
What ones?
Tell us what they are.
All right, so everyone gets a point for Halo 2, best-selling game on the console. Everyone gets a point for Halo Combat Evolved. Everyone gets a point for Fable.
Was Dead or Alive on that list?
No,
Three?
Dead or
Really?
Alive was not on that list.
Oh, dumb.
Need for Speed Underground 2 was the Need for Speed game.
Underground.
So we got, in order, top 10 selling games. Halo 2, Halo Combat Evolved, Fable, Project Gotham Racing was the big racing game.
Oh.
Grand Theft Auto Double Pack. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic.
Shit, that's what I should have
That's
gotten.
right. That was on Xbox.
That's the one I got that for Christmas.
Yep.
The same year I got my Xbox. I got Halo 1, 2, and that one.
Counter-Strike. Ninja
Oh.
Gaiden.
Oh, yeah. I
Ninja.
should have guessed Ninja Gaiden.
Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Yeah, I should have figured that one too. That one's a way popular one.
And Need for Speed Underground 2. All right, so more points can be had. How many copies did Halo 2 sell?
2.5 mil.
I'll say 5.0, 5 mil, or 5 mil.
We'll go 3. 3 mil.
Yeah, nobody gets it. 8.46 million
Huh.
copies. Halo Combat Evolved. I guess like
See, I wanted to guess around how many we had gone for
Right.
the Xbox subscriptions, but that makes sense.
I mean, at the end of the life, it was a ton of subscriptions.
yeah.
So.
yeah, Halo 1.
Fuck. I'll go with 6.8 mil.
All right, 6.8 from Craig,
3 million copies.
3 from Cam. You know what? Can't hear you.
4 million, sorry.
Zach's closest. 5 million for Halo Combat Evolved. All right, we'll just do one more for Fable. How many think Fable sold?
Third place, I'm going to say 3.3 million.
Okay, 3.3.
Chicken Chaser.
I'll go
5 million.
Zach gets the point. 3 million sold. So they start dropping off a lot. The last one, Need for Speed Underground 2, 1.44 million.
Halo makes sense with being how much. 'Cause I mean, like, I didn't know anyone who had an Xbox who didn't have Halo 1 and 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And, like, it was the game to have.
that's the whole point. Yeah, of
No,
having
for
a
real,
freaking Xbox. It was so good too, so good, dude. I used to skip church like constantly to go over to my buddy's house and play freaking Halo. Combat Evolved. No, it was Halo 2. We had Halo 2.
That's where it all started.
Yeah, it really was. God damn, dude. So many fucking hours. So how many consoles do you think the Xbox sold worldwide?
Worldwide?
Probably like 5.
15 million?
5, 15.
20.5 million.
Cameron gets it. 24 million units.
That was
of
on
Xbox.
4 million?
I mean, active accounts at the end of the...
That's what I was thinking
Yeah.
too, yeah.
I mean, some of those numbers could be Xbox 360, but still, there's always going to be more consoles than active accounts. So,
Yeah. So the system did outsell the GameCube and the Sega Dreamcast, but was destroyed by the PlayStation 2,
Hell
which
yeah.
broke over 100
As it
million.
should be.
by the time it was discontinued. So they weren't able to overcome Sony, but Bill Gates did create the second best-selling console of this generation. So Xbox successor, the Xbox 360, was officially announced on May 12th, 2005 on MTV, which is hilarious. It was the first next-gen console to be announced, and it was to be the end of the Xbox. The consoles were no longer supported by March 2nd, 2009 for out-of-warranty consoles, and the last game to be released was what game? And when?
For Xbox?
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
Nah, fuck it. You're never going to get it. Madden NFL 09 in August.
Yeah, there's no way.
Twice. I play good games.
Yeah. Support. You play NCAA football. That's the good one. Support for Xbox Live on the OG Xbox ended April 5th, 2010. And this console was ahead of its time in more ways than one. It didn't, like I said before, Bill Gates didn't take down the juggernaut that was Sony, but they did
Try.
make their own splash, albeit a much smaller one, in the console gaming world. All right, so guys, thoughts on the original Xbox?
That was a system I had. I didn't have a PS2, but I had an Xbox.
I've never played an OG Xbox.
It was my second console. Well, technically third, but
Okay, yeah. I mean, like, but out of that gen, that's the one I had. I didn't have a PS2.
that's what I had. But I only was able to play a handful of games,
Actually, that's not
So-
true. I played one once at a party.
and only for a short amount of time.
And I
each
played
time.
Yeah.
some boat racing game that had guns.
Nice.
Yeah.
Not one of the top 10 sellers, surprisingly, though.
Yeah.
I remember ripping Ride the Lightning onto my cousin's Xbox and playing some Grand Theft Auto and like jamming out to some Metallica. I never owned, I guess I did own an Xbox for a little while in high school. It was one that one of my buddies gave me to play Halo 2 with. I had a lot of fun with it. I always thought it was inferior to PlayStation as far as the library goes, but superior in multiple other ways. Obviously very influential when it comes to the internal hard drive.
And for the online sphere.
The online,
and
for
the
sure.
operating system, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone kind of followed suit with the OS. PlayStation 3, of course. Xbox
the UI?
360s. Yeah, the UI.
Still have my OG Xbox.
Boy.
Nice. The thing's a brick. It like lasts. You drop it and it's fine. The floor is destroyed, but the Xbox lives. You know.
Wasn't that the one that last? It was. They did a test when they dropped off like consoles off of like a roof or something like that. And I think that was the second one. I know the GameCube was the one that was the most like child-proof.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. The Xbox is fucking tough.
Yeah.
man.
So the GameCube was the one that like
The
won it
GameCube,
all,
though, you
but
can,
it made
like,
point because it was like put
get
for technically kids. I mean, it was like
A
for
really
younger
good
people.
grip on that handle to
Yeah, it
smash
had a
it.
fucking handle for you to just beat the shit out of people with.
yeah.
But yeah, so it was the one that
Fucking
was.
square with the sharp edges. Just fucking.
Brain
It's a
somebody.
beat down fucking console. And it lives. You don't live, but it lives. Yeah, that's. I remember that now. Yeah, the fucking little handle on that thing. You just pick it up and just fucking.
So it was when you were playing that Rugrats in Paris game and it couldn't find the last little.
Yeah. You just pick it up and you fucking throw it as far as you can. It's like that. They should have had that.
Rugrats in Paris is your example.
They should have had that. The Rugrats in Paris like toss
It was
for
actually
the
on
Olympics.
that was on N64. That was it was a. I just remember my cousin having it. Godzilla. That was the one I played on there. Was the Godzilla, like the fight one where it
On
was.
the GameCube.
Yeah. I don't remember what the name was. He played as all the monsters and it was just a fighting game.
I
There was
don't
one on the
remember.
Wii that I played that was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Mothra is fucking broken in that game.
She's flying. It's bullshit.
I know. It's nobody can fucking hit her.
That's
It's
retarded.
great. Also, like you could play as her like a caterpillar form. That bitch is broken too.
You string shot.
Yeah, you can.
So dumb.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't know. I have good memories of the original Xbox. I always had the PS2, but what time I did play on the Xbox, I really enjoyed. Xbox Live was awesome.
Yeah, I never got Halo 2.
Oh, man. That was where it was at.
Halo 2 was rad.
Halo 1 is really fun. But I played Halo 1 more on the PC because you could actually play it online. And Xbox, on the Xbox, you couldn't play it online. So
Remember, high school, we would always have... You could just have Halo on a fucking thumb drive and go plug it into
The school computers, yeah.
Yeah, dude, that was
LAN parties at school.
all we did. One class, so there was one class, it was my electronics class, and the TA would download Halo Combat Evolved on all the computers, and then when we got like computer time, we would all just go play Halo. And then in my AutoCAD drafting class, we had a fucking flash drive with Age of Empires 2's demo. And we would just, the whole class, we would just play that. Like, we didn't even do the assignment. We just fucking played it. And we got so fucking good at that fucking demo map, dude. It was ridiculous. We had like the whole fucking thing memorized. But yeah, high school was awesome for PC games, and Halo Combat Evolved was one of them. It was really fun. Like 16 people on fucking Blood Gulch, just perfect. Perfect,
Blood
man.
Gulch.
It was such a good time.
And then it was because of that, and because of all of our experience and just doing ridiculous shit on Blood Gulch, that Red versus Blue became a thing. And became popular.
Yeah.
Because that's a shared experience all of us had, and then people were able to make a fucking web series out of it.
Yeah, it was like a weird first-person shooter Harry Potter thing. It's like you kind of grew up with the fucking Blood Gulch, and then the Red versus Blue just spoke.
Is that still going?
I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. I know Rooster Teeth is still a thing.
I think it's still going.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Man, that was a lot of fun, though. That YouTube was really funny. But yeah, that's kind of it for me in the original Xbox. It's always something that I played with and enjoyed what I did enjoy from it, and I'm glad they brought the changes that they did. I mean, the internal hard drive is fucking sweet. The dashboard is so good, and like even 360s is still like superior to PS3s and like any day. So they really kind of upped the ante in multiple areas with that OG Xbox, and even though it's not my favorite console of that generation, it's still pretty good and pretty influential.
So Red vs. Blue is still going.
Jeez.
April 1st, 2003 to present.
Damn, dude, that's a lot of fucking Red versus Blue.
So every time a new season comes out, I have friends that actually go to the Comic Cons and they made like some of the armor, like for the characters there. It's badass, dude. Like they still have a huge following.
Nice. There you go. And it was all started with that Halo 1 Combat Evolved.
The Blood Gulch.
Man, the demo, I would play the campaign, and it was the Silent Cartographer level is what it was. And like I would always gather up all the Marines, and then I would like drive off of the cliffside and then like jump out and like see which Marine would last the longest. Like, because they would slam into the ground, and some of them would fly out and like do their little arm flaily thing and then land hard and die, and then a bunch of them would just survive, and it was like survival of the fittest on Silent Cartographer. And I was like obsessed with doing that over and over and over again. I wouldn't even play the fucking game for the first little while. I would just like, oh man, who's gonna live? Who lives? Who dies? Halo Combat Evolved. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. But I think they definitely improved with the 360 for sure. This isn't like a PS2 to PS3 thing where it was better before. Yeah, glad I had the time in high school with this console. So, all right, I think it's time to do a couple of drawings. So let's get into that. All right, guys, we have our winners for the March and April official Nude Clan Patreon drawings. The winner of March, Jim Lee. Congratulations, Jim. Hit us up. We'll get you some games. We've got Resident Evil 3. We've got I almost said God of War. Let's see, Resident Evil 3, a little game called Doom Eternal, and a bunch of other PS4 games. Any of the recent reviews that we've done on PS4, we have copies available for you. Hit us up. Also, April's drawing winner, Fringe Philosopher. Hit us up, man. Let us know what games you'd like. Tell us what consoles you have. We'll give you a list of games, and you guys can choose from those games, and we'll send them off in the old mail, and you guys can have our thanks. How about that? Also, the thanks isn't just for you guys. It's for everyone. And we have 3 new patrons, so we really appreciate all 3 of you guys. But you know what? In light of us loving all of you equally, I'm going to fire through and thank Alex Rads, Anger Ass Black Dude, Austin Bracken, Brad Perrick, Chase Sarislani, David Ritz, Digimass, DK Asuna, Douglas Hopkins, President, Fringe Philosopher, Happy Puppet, James Dorsey, James Gameboy, Jared Carpino, Jarrett Leach, Jim Lee, Junk Food King, Laliana Goze, Mike Duchek, Nick Craig, Oliver Dawson, Parth Gupta, Penguin Mage, Reathmus, Ryan McPherson, Sean Costigan, Shuffman89, Skull Hottie, Suzanne, Tylosaurus Rex, William Flores. Thank you all so much for your wonderful contributions to our, hopefully, wonderful podcast. Thank you guys for hanging out for this week's episode of Nude Clan. Until next time, as always, live always in the nude.
Yeah!